everybody. Welcome back to Underground Interviews and Psych! Gotcha! We're actually not doing Drecker. Today, we have Pizza Broadcast. That was a
Hi.
that was a terrible opening. Um, it's been a while since
Oh,
I've done the show, so I didn't really give myself enough time to get into like showman mode. So I'm kind of just like I'm freeballing it here. I do still
half an hour.
plan, yeah, I do still plan to do the fucking interview with Drecker, but since he's unavailable right now, and it's been a few weeks since I've dropped a video, so I figured I should kind of throw something together here. And Pizza Broadcast was available, so it was just kind of first come, first serve. And I decided that we would interview him and ask him some questions because you're the newest member of SHM. So
I
tell us
am.
tell us a little bit about that. What's it like kind of being like a kind of a newer addition to the group?
Well, when you first get into something, you're not very used to whatever's around you. There's like new things, stories, and all this stuff. Like, there's some things I still don't know about that I like, oh, I act like I understand this, and oh, I could say that and say that. But really, you can't really say anything because you're already, do it because you don't know anything. You don't know about what you're saying. It's like, acting like you're smart, but you're not.
What do you mean by that? Like, kind of like, so what you're trying to say is, like the kind of you came into this group and the culture is new, so it's kind of there's a little bit of is there kind of like a little bit of pressure there where it's like, I want to feel like I want to appear as though I know what's going on with this whole group, but
Yeah, I
it's
want to be
kind of, yeah.
involved. I want to
Yeah,
be involved.
you want to be involved, but there's kind of like a specific way it seems that like everybody is involved, and you don't necessarily feel like 100% kind of locked into the group yet.
Yeah,
Oh, okay.
it's kind of what
Well,
it is.
what do you feel like what do you feel like you bring to the group in terms of like content though?
I feel like I bring that sort of flavor to it. I've kind of explained it before when I was talking to Chip. I say that the Showerhead Mafia, a collective together, is like a bowl of ramen. Chip is like a bowl that holds it together. Drecker's the water. Some other people are like the noodles, and I'm the flavoring packet. I'm the flavor packet. That's like that spice.
You're the pack that makes it just a little bit spicy, just a little bit unpredictable and exciting. So you looking at your channel, you do a lot of like sketch comedy, kind of like not sketch sketch comedy, like a lot of like
Yeah,
I don't want to say animation because it's not necessarily animated, but it's very like
it's just moving around some figures on MS Paint.
yeah. But yeah, it's very much like I don't know. I want to say like if I can compare it to anything, I want to say like grade A under A inspired. Is
Yeah,
am I right about that? Oh, so that is what like
I'd say so.
yeah, I want to say I
I'd
wanted
say
to
so.
ask like what are some of your kind of like biggest inspirations for your types of content, like the stuff that you're putting out there?
Um, it is kind of Circle Tunes HD. That's really what I kind of get the
Circle
fug off
Tunes
thing from the
HD.
my entire frick off thing.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
Circle
yeah.
Tunes. You know that guy? He makes a bunch of
So
little skits.
I
Yeah.
know what frick off and fug off is, but the viewers at home
Yes.
might not know what that is. Explain to me that kind of what where the idea came from and what those videos are about.
Picture this, right? 5 a.m. I'm awake because my sleep schedule is always pretty screwy, okay? And I'm watching Djibouti dubs, all right? And I'm watching those commercials. You know who
Oh,
Djibouti dubs is? He makes like little
yes,
dubs of commercials sometimes.
I love
I
his
love
dub
Djibouti
stuff.
dubs, right? And I saw
He's
his
so great.
commercials and I say, "Hey, what if these commercials were actually real and this is how they presented it?" Then I was like, "I have an idea. I'm gonna make a commercial for a self-defense product, and I'm gonna have it be the most chaotic thing ever." So I got like two of my friends to give me some voices for these like little characters that get interviewed for this item, this self-defense product called Frick Off. And it was a spray. You spray it in people's eyes and they burn after they try to attack you. They say, "Give me your money." And you say, "Fuck you." And you spray it in their eye.
Yeah, I've watched like I've watched all of the videos like pertaining to that stuff, and it's like the production value is kind of like very low and simple, and there's parts of the recording where it just sounds like you're just like someone trying to be like silent in like in their mom's living room or something, but I feel like that adds to it, just kind of like and it's just this kind of eruption humor where you'll have something where you start off with this simple premise of like a self-defense spray, and then I love how kind of the concept of it will just like kind of escalate into something that's so far out of reach that you're just laughing at the idea. And also a healthy use of like audio cues, like you know how to use like the impact of like loud sounds to emphasize something. um and then there's what like also well known within your channel catalog, I guess, is the your podcast,
Ah, yes,
the what
Impractical. That's
the
uh,
Impractical podcast.
well,
Yeah, tell me a little bit about that.
so Impractical started as a sort of a joke between me and four other people. It was, let's see here. It was Sans, which is a guy that I don't talk to anymore because we don't like him. It was Bob. He's such a cool guy. It was me. A bitch who's my ex-girlfriend and I fucking hate her. And
Oh,
finally, a
okay.
furry named
Holy
Carl Weiser
shit.
online. His name is literally Carl Weiser online. And
Oh,
so we
nice.
decided, hey, I've got a good idea for like a little podcast we can do. Why don't we get together and we like, do like a little podcast, kind of like how Distractable does by Markiplier. Markiplier is Distractable, but I'm gonna call it Impractical because it's funny. And then, and then that bitch broke up with me, and the entire thing disbanded. But I'm bringing it back. I'm gonna try to bring it back. It might just morph into shower talk. You never know, but whatever.
No, oh, nice. That's a nice little teaser. So, what's some of your ideas for like bringing it back and doing like a Showerhead Mafia podcast? I listen. This is all right. This is breaking news. Like I am essentially hearing this at the same time that the audience at home is going to be hearing this.
Yeah, but let's so it's kind of just gonna be how the original thing works. I might just get some other friends like that I've made recently or something. We'll talk, or we'll just do shout. I'll just host everything on Shower Talk instead.
Oh yeah, I
You never
mean,
know.
I'm down to be a part of that, of course, and I'm sure everybody else within the group would be down to be a part of that because that's a great idea. I mean, we do already have the Showerhead Mafia podcast on the
Yeah,
official,
Shower Talk.
yeah, on the official thing, but this would be kind of something else. I also like I like we've been talking about reworking the original Showerhead Mafia podcast because it's not really audio centric. Like a lot of kind of the older episodes of that podcast kind of revolve around watching analog horror and stuff. So I feel like you
Yeah,
could make something that revolves around the group that kind of has more of an audio based kind of focus to it, where is
oh,
kind
yeah.
of leave it open in another tab, or put it on in the
Hasn't
background,
hasn't
put your phone in your pocket.
Distractable actually like made a video version? Distractable on Spotify is like a video now. They have
Oh
like
yeah, a lot
videos
of
of like Mark
podcasts
and
on
Bob. But yeah,
YouTube. A lot of podcasts on YouTube kind of have like audio and video versions. Like for instance,
what like the
Super
Joe Rogan
Mega.
experience?
Just well, yeah, there's that, but also like Super Mega has their podcast where they have the video recording, and then also but also you can listen to it as an audio experience.
Well, yeah, I know that.
Um,
And it
I
looks
what
like that my grandpa just walked in and my grandma's also here, so there might be some background noise.
Oh, that's fine. How what kind of content do you really want to break into? What's some things you want to break into that you haven't necessarily tried yet, like forms of content you want to get into?
Well, I'm always willing. My catchphrase is really, I love doing anything. I'm willing to do like anything that just like, it's kind of like that one guy's channel's name, anything for views. I'm willing to just, do anything that seems fun for me
What
and,
about
just make a
smoking
video on it.
crack like in the street? Like just
What's
just
that?
do a
What's that
vlog.
annoying? What's that annoying orange shirt? There's an annoying orange shirt that says
Oh yeah.
"cool things at school." lunch, recess, smoking crack.
Yeah, you should. But I guess
That would be great.
what are some kind of off the wall ideas you have as of right now that you really want to get into?
Um, Currently in development is "Shut the Fug Up," which is "Frick Off
Oh yeah,
4."
the
It's a
return.
tape that you
Yeah,
slap on the face.
the
Yeah,
ret- yeah, the return of the your kind of like frick off, fug off skits that's coming
yeah.
back and that kind of
It's most
this kind
likely
of
gonna be
new
the
wave.
final one unless I find a new, thing to do.
Yeah, yeah. Unless you like come up with a new magical idea all of a sudden. But
Yeah.
like aside from that, what else is kind of in the works for Pizza Broadcast at the moment?
Um, God, I don't know, man. I'll have to think about that. I mean, here's the thing, okay? I'm probably gonna, do a lot of gaming content. Because here's the problem. There's a big problem, right? As of right now, May 17th, 2023, my computer is in dismay. I have a laptop, okay? This thing costs $1,000, and it runs so slowly. Like I can barely do anything. I want to play my favorite Roblox game, Strongest Battlegrounds, all right? And I just can't. Like
Holy
it
shit.
runs so slowly, it's laggy. If I try to dash, literally, I'm better off holding the sprint button than dashing.
What PC do you have? Give
I
us a
have
little
an
insight into the Pizza
it's
Broadcast
a
setup.
it's a Pavilion laptop. It's known as a gaming laptop. It has
Oh,
AMD Ryzen 5.
so you also have an HP Pavilion?
Yeah, HP Pavilion, AMD Ryzen 5, GeForce GTX 1060, 1090. I don't remember, 1060. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah. I also have an
It's
HP
mm,
Pavilion. Mine costed about $700 and it's I don't know, mine has ran kind of like just fine for a few years, but
it's
also I don't know.
a
I
few
feel like
years.
yeah, I don't know. Maybe it's also because I haven't like strained it as much. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't really game on my PC that much unless it's like games that don't really strain my PC's like graphics card. Mostly I
I've
use
downloaded
like my consoles. Mostly I use like my consoles and stuff to game unless there's a game I like that I have mods for that I really enjoy. But aside from that,
that.
it's like no, I don't mostly use my computer for that stuff. Um,
Yeah. I
you
downloaded a
don't.
lot of Roblox hacks, so that's probably why my computer is always straining
Uh,
so much.
yeah. So you're like have you done any like content revolving around Roblox because that seems to be like a game that you're like
Yeah,
majorly kind of
yeah,
focused on.
I do that a lot. I do a lot of Roblox stuff. Let's see, it started with what did it start with? It started with, I think, a cook burgers video. And I was just like, oh, hey guys, we're going to learn how to play cook burgers. And it was unedited. It was weird. And then, I started editing my own video. Well, actually, no, I didn't start editing my own videos. It was a guy named Hippie Holmes. He used to work for my channel, all right? Hippie Holmes, he did a lot
He's
of
a
bad things.
person you don't specifically like for
Yeah, I
undisclosed
hate him. I
personal
do not like him.
reasons. Okay.
Undisclosed reason. I don't like him, okay?
Yeah.
And he used to edit some of my videos. He edited some Secret Lab ones. He edited I think a couple Roblox ones. And then I started editing my own content and I realized, hey, wait a second, I'm not bad at this. I'll just start editing my own videos, all right? The first video I
Oh,
edited
okay.
was called I edited my own video, right? But that was like a
Oh,
minuscule edit. It was kind of and then get this, you're gonna love this story here. It's a story of
it's a
greatness and then
story
also dismay.
a story of braveness and dismay.
So
All right.
currently on my channel, there's a video called Blood and Iron, okay? That is the first
Okay.
ever video that I really okay. You want to know something about Blood and Iron?
Yeah. Yeah. What
That is the
happened?
second edited video. That is the second version.
That is the
The
second
first
what? I'm sorry,
version
you cut out a little bit.
that was the second version that I ever uploaded of that video. You want to know why?
Oh, okay. Why? Why?
The first version that I edited, it took like 2 weeks to edit because I didn't know what to do, but I finally did it. I was exporting it, and then guess what?
What?
Bam! Entire thing corrupted, gone. So you know what I had to
Oh my
do?
god.
I had to I had to go into the game again, re-record every single class, and then edit the entire video once again.
Shit.
and there were some really good parts in the first version, and I really wish I could share with you guys
Listen, that
because
that's
that
kind of
was
the
my first
struggle.
ever chance at editing.
That's kind of the struggle of
You worked
like
so
the
hard on
of
something,
being a YouTuber is that sometimes you will just like work on something for hours within your editing software, and especially if you're
and then
using
it's
something that's yeah, especially like if you're using something pirated, like a lot of like it's no secret, nobody's gonna pretend to hide
yeah,
it. Like
pirated.
we all totally fucking pirate Sony Vegas. Like I'm not gonna sit on
I
some
don't.
moral high horse or whatever. I know you don't, but even within softwares that aren't pirated, there's always some sort of jank or something that can happen, or or it can
Yeah,
like interact with your computer in a weird way, and then your entire project that you've like spent forever on. It's like if you were a tattoo artist and you spent like hours on a tattoo, and then like out of nowhere you could just like do some weird thing, and then the entire art piece like disappears and you have to do it again.
and it's no, no. There's no doing it again. It's permanent. It's permanent
But
unless they
when
get that surgery that like removes it.
no, I'm talking about a hypothetical situation here. Like if you were doing a
Yeah,
tattoo and you did something wrong and it disappeared, like rather than just messing up and it's permanent, like it just disappears and you have to start over. And that happens like
yeah.
multiple times. I have had videos
Well,
that literally have taken like longer, that like I will have videos scheduled to come out like in a week's time frame, and then I'm not able to do that because something within my editing software messes up, and then I'm not able to upload it because I already like it already messed up within my editing software, and then there's nothing I can do about it
nah,
except start over.
man. That just reminds me of when it happened. I was so distraught.
So is
My
that how you kind
baby
of so that's how you started got started making
editing my own
content, was with
videos.
that, yeah,
Yeah,
editing your own videos. So like
yeah.
how did the evolution go? Like how did you kind of like go through the content creation process, like from then up until now? Like what's kind of the story of that?
Well, Pizza Broadcast is actually my third channel. You know that?
No, I did not know that actually. Tell me a little bit about that.
So when I was, I think, 7, when my mom made me a YouTube channel. Okay, I'm not gonna say the names of the both of the channels because you can't find them
No, you
anymore. They're
don't. No,
gone
you
forever.
don't
Okay.
have to. Yeah, no, I like
Yeah,
that
they're
shit's
gone forever. Anyways,
embarrassing.
I deleted them. I deleted them. Jesus Christ, they were terrible. So listen, all right.
Yeah.
The
Nobody's
first
going to be
one
able to
we're
use
gonna
the
name.
Wayback Machine.
We're
Don't worry about it.
we're going to use this. We're going to use the name uh ear piercer for the first one, okay?
All right, got you.
Because I was very loud and I pierced lot of ears, okay? In the first one, it was I made slime. I made some slime. That was pretty cool. I
Oh,
shrunk
okay.
the
So
chip bag and
pretty standard stuff.
then I told everybody at school about my YouTube channel.
Oh no, that's the worst. No, that's the worst fucking idea.
When listen, when you have Asperger's and you're hated by every single goddamn person in your school and you have the audacity to tell everybody in the school about your YouTube channel, you better not have high hopes for that channel, you know that?
Oh no, no. And also it's like cuz I
Instantly
had
I began getting every video. I'd say 0 likes, 10 dislikes on every single video.
Oh
Every
shit.
single
Yeah.
comment was filled with rancid comments. Like, pardon the language here. You might have to cut this out. All right. People are
Oh
telling me
yeah.
to jump off of the school building and to go get ready for this, ejaculate on a rock.
Oh my god. All right, I never experienced anything that terrible, but I shared my YouTube channel around, and I was still doing like game reviews, but I was like 14 and I was retarded. So I was I was doing stuff and I was like going through the learning process, and my older videos were like really embarrassing, not very well put together, and it was just always like this kind of like when I would show it to people, it was always this kind of underhanded thing where they'd be like, oh yeah, this is all right, or they would be like, oh my god, you have a YouTube channel, bro, shout me out. And either that or they would just be like rude about it, but I never had anything to like that degree of like people telling me to kill myself and nut on a rock. What the fuck is that? People are so weird.
whatever.
People are so weird.
Anyways,
They'll
so
be like, "Oh my god, this autistic person," and then they will like literally tell them to like kill themselves.
So the second one, all right? The second one, I tried to focus more on kind of gaming, all right? But then I soon got into animating little stick figure dudes, and I realized, never mind. I don't really want this. It's kind of cringe
Ooh,
these
but
little animations and stuff.
that's kind of like a
Well, yeah,
precursor to Fug Off and all that stuff though. So that's
well,
interesting.
yeah, yeah, that really what it is. And then I decided I don't want this channel. And then the pizza broadcast incident happened. If you don't know what the pizza broadcast is incident is, I was on a what's it called? An SCP secret lab server called Pokaderp, okay? And I named myself Pizza Broadcast, and there was this really annoying kid, and he kept calling me by name. He didn't like call me Pizza. He just kept saying, "Okay, Pizza Broadcast." It was so fucking annoying. So I told him, "Kid, shut up. That's not funny." And guess what? Everybody in the server started doing it because I guess they fucking, decided to team up with a little kid, something that never happens. It's fucking bullshit. I hated it. So, I left that server. They made fun of me. There was a YouTube video made on me, which doesn't exist because I fucking filed a copyright claim and got that channel taken down. Fuck you.
Oh
And
damn.
I swear to God, I did that. But what happened is I decided, hey, Pizza Broadcast is a killer name. I'm just gonna embrace it. The
Yeah,
server got
just
deleted, so
take
I
the
just went to a
stigma
new
and the
server.
power out of it. That's
Yeah.
dude, absolute like stronghold
So I
power
took the
move
name
there.
Pizza Broadcast. My friend, that guy Hippie Holmes, he named himself Pizza Broadcast Assistant. All right. Then we went into SCP Secret Lab servers and went to the intercom where every single player can hear you, and we just started doing like news reports. All right. We had like advertisements and shit and stuff like that. Then I realized something. I said, Hippie, what if we made a YouTube? What if I made a YouTube channel? And he's like, Yeah, that's a good idea. And that's how Pizza Broadcast was born.
Oh, that's actually a really fucking cool story. What the hell? Oh, that's awesome.
It's one of the greatest stories I have, and it's one
Oh,
of the greatest stories to tell. And that's how Pizza Broadcast is here today. And
yeah.
what I say is my final YouTube channel. I plan for this one to be the channel
Well,
to end all of
yeah.
my channels.
Yeah, even if even if you kind of like switch up your content along the way or whatever, you're still gonna just be like under this name, like under this kind of brand of just like Pizza Broadcast. That's really cool.
Yeah.
Who are some people in SHM that you're really excited to kind of collaborate with? Or if there's any collaborations you've already done with people that are some of your favorites that you want to name drop here, yeah, like tell
So
me some of them.
first one I'm gonna have to say is you. I love you is what I'm trying to say. But
Oh,
still,
thank you.
collaborating
Thank you.
I would love to see everything about the show, the Bombers show and shit like that. I would
Well,
love to
yeah,
see my character
every
in there soon.
SHM.
Everybody's character in there.
Yeah, every SHM character, every SHM member is going to be featured as a character in that show, which I tried to
Yeah.
establish like in the first episode. Um, but like, but aside from that, like, who else are you really excited to do content with?
Drekker.
Or
I think me and Drekker are like best friends. I'm saying it right now.
oh yeah, no,
He really
Drekker is
attaches to me.
awesome. Yeah,
I love Drekker.
yeah, he's just he's a really cool person to talk to. He's a really fun person to interact with. Um,
Yeah.
and of course like whaling gecko, are you like, do you have anything planned to do with like
Whaling
him?
Gecko, him and I are a bit of a stern thing. We kind of argue a lot, and remember he's friends with let's switch this up a bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, Whaling's cool. Whaling's cool. I like him. Sometimes we're a bit stern, but we're still friends.
Well, yeah, everybody in the group is friends. Like nobody has like really any disdain towards anybody. You know, and yeah, like nobody is perfect, and we like, yeah, like behind the scenes we may get into our things or have like like creative disagreements, but on the whole, I feel like there's a ton of people who are excited to, you know, collaborate with you as well. I feel like the biggest thing you bring to the group is, like you said earlier, you kind of have this unpredictable nature, and that makes you
Yeah,
really good for commentary videos. And it's what's made you good in this interview. Like it's what's
I'm a
made this
wild
interview
card.
so. Yeah, no, exactly. You are the wild card. Like I would say, it's like how in the Avengers, how they talk about how, you know, the reason that the Incredible Hulk is so great is because he's just kind of this unpredictable force of nature, and he kind of
Yeah,
just like like he just does, and you never know what's gonna like kind of come up with him, or what what he's gonna like what's going through his head or what he's gonna do. And I feel like it's just the same way with you and your content. I can never really pin down like what direction you're gonna take yourself, or how your content is gonna go. And that's what really like the and that's shown in like your comedy and your sketches and your Roblox videos in the Impractical podcast. It's all just it's very just it's bombastic. It's very explosive.
Nice.
Yeah. You like what I did there? Little
Slightly. I am having trouble understanding, but I think I got it.
the bombers.
Ah, bombastic.
Well, I guess with that, that's a pretty good note to kind of end things on. Thank you for coming on Pizza Broadcast. This was a super fun show. I hope to do
Yeah.
a bunch of content with you soon. Have you featured as a character on the show and all of that. With that, this has been Underground Interviews. Thank you all for listening in, and I'll catch you next time.